Welcome to the University of the West Indies St. Augustine Campus 2022 Graduation Ceremony at the Bougainvillea Auditorium Centre of Excellence.
the national anthem of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago.
Please be seated. Good afternoon and welcome to your graduation ceremony. The Minister of Education, Dr. the Honorable Nyan Gatsby Dolly, Minister of Public Utilities, the Honorable Marvin Gonzalez, Vice-Chancellor, Professor Sir Hilary Beckles, Pro-Vice-Chancellor and Campus Principal, Professor Rosemary Bell Antoine, Honorary Graduate, Ms. Ingrid Lashley, Valedictorian, Richard Deokissing, faculty and staff of the UWI St. Augustine campus, graduating class of 2022, family, friends, and well-wishers, members of the public, media, good afternoon. I'd like first of all to welcome the new principal of the St. Augustine campus, Professor Rosemary Bell Antoine, as well as the recently appointed Pro-Vice-Chancellor, Graduate Studies and Research, Professor Audrey Henry Lee. I am delighted to be here this evening. This is the first time in 3 years that we've been able to get together and celebrate all of the hard work and dedication that our students put in order to get a university degree and a university education at the UWI. I give you all a very warm welcome and my heartiest congratulations to each and every one of you. You have a special distinction by having completed a significant part of your programs under rather trying circumstances. And I commend you all for staying the course. It is time to celebrate that hard work, and it is truly my honor and pleasure to greet you on this special day. First, I ask you that you thank your loved ones who have made the journey with you, your parents, partners, spouses, children. They have been there with you when you burnt the midnight oil to complete assignments and prepared for exams. Many of you shared the confinement imposed by the COVID pandemic and faced many frustrations together. This, in fact, is a collective achievement for so many of you, and I urge you to find ways to express gratitude to your most ardent supporters and cheerleaders. Even as we celebrate your accomplishments, the question remains, what next? Over the past 2.5 years, we have seen the world change. In 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic showed us how much can and cannot be done online, and the really important role that information and communication technologies play in our daily lives. Our university pivoted to emergency remote teaching, and I applaud the leadership and staff at all levels for their tremendous work in ensuring that our students completed their programs and graduated. We saw the resilience of the virus as it mutated. We saw the response from global citizens, resistance as well as willingness to embrace the science and vaccine to turn the tide against the virus. The mixed response has led in part to our new normal, a cautious coexistence with the fervent hope that this virus will not mutate and cause us further grief. The pandemic also laid bare the social inequalities in our societies, and governments around the world and at home in the Caribbean have been grappling with how to recover from the unexpected negative impact on national budgets and economies. Economic recovery must take into consideration social issues, and our university and you, our graduates, have a role to play on how well your communities and our countries thrive in this new normal. Then in February 2022, Russia invaded Ukraine. This has far-reaching implications, not only for global supply chains in a highly globalized world. How well small developing countries, particularly those in the Caribbean, that are highly dependent on imports, can cope with the possibilities of food insecurity, rising prices of basic items, and increased unhappiness, uneasiness, and deprivation among the citizenry will depend on the ability of governments to apply the principles of democracy in managing their countries. You, our graduates, represent all facets of our Caribbean societies. The responsibility for fostering and nurturing those democratic principles in our society is now in your hands. This is not to say that you must undertake roles in government, although I am certain that some of you will. Higher education plays a role in the democratization of societies by encouraging graduates to be critical thinkers, to be objective in assessing the information available, and to be open to other schools of thought in the hope that information will be used for the advancement of the societies in which you exist. Graduation is a time when those of us who are on this side of the ceremony view with enormous pride the procession of graduates across many disciplines, the wondrous gathering of brilliance representing so much promise for the betterment of our society and our economies. You have so much responsibility to carry forward, but I have faith in you, in your determination to make a difference. I have alluded to the challenges you face to complete your programs and to make it to this day. You are strong, resilient, determined, and I am proud of all of you. Many of you will be thinking about how you can convert your degrees into increased earnings, visibility, promotion, a new job. What are the options available to you? Traditional careers have transformed and now encompass so many new ideas. Many of the professions today did not exist 10 years ago. And in 10 years' time, the jobs of today will no longer exist. Entities such as Forbes magazine and the World Economic Forum have been tracking the trends in careers and making projections about areas that are fast-growing and with high earning potential. Some of these are expected: information technology, healthcare, financial services, data analytics. But some of the actual jobs are quite extraordinary. I encourage you to look forward to where the world is going and seek out opportunities that will be presenting themselves in new areas of endeavor. There is much that you can achieve if you continuously search and look into the future. I ask that whatever you do in the future, it should be impactful, done to a high quality, with commitment to advancing not only your personal interest, but those of the wider community. I urge you to be kind to yourself. We often forget the importance of taking care of our own health. In today's new operating environment, mental health is critical as physical well-being. Hold fast to your dreams, but remain rooted in reality. Respect those that have gone before you, despite the ills you think they may have caused. Take inspiration from the distinguished honorary graduate who will be presented at this graduation ceremony. She is a trailblazer, thought leader, innovator, disruptor of the best kind, who has contributed to improving society through her discipline and field of endeavor. Take your lead from her example and be a positive influence in all that you do in the future. Give back to your alma mater. There are many ways that you can do this, and they don't have to be financial. Be mentors to young students, serve as adjunct faculty, or technical advisors in specialized areas. There are multiple ways and opportunities to contribute to ensuring that the work and the high reputation of the UWI remains. Wherever you are, the Alumni Office will be reaching out to you. There are many chapters in contributing countries and in countries to which our graduates gravitate. I hope that they will reach out to you and keep you involved and connected to your university. This leg of your academic journey is done. You are the lights of the West. Go forth and show the rest of the world the brilliance of this region we all love so much. My warmest congratulations. We are met today in order that we may mark by a formal ceremony the entry of certain of our members into the company of graduates and the academic achievement of others. As a university, we are an academic society of undergraduates, bachelors, masters, and doctors, and we follow the academic tradition in the pursuit of knowledge and encouragement of learning, purposes which are laid down in the preamble to the Royal Charter by which we have been granted the powers needful for the prosecution of our affairs. In pursuing these aims, our members advance from time to time to a higher standing in the academic community, and it is proper that as a body we should celebrate their achievement. It is marked by the granting of a degree, diploma, or license or certificate, and we rejoice with our graduates on their achievement.
Chancellor, I now ask the public orator, Professor Elizabeth Walcott Hackshaw, to present Miss Ingrid Leslie Ann Lashley, whom the Senate and the Council of the University have been pleased to recommend for the award of the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa.
Chancellor, today we celebrate a leader who, in her own words, broke the glass ceiling before she ever knew it existed. Ingrid Lashley finds herself among this distinct cadre of pioneers, widely recognized in the corporate world as someone who has made it easier for women to gain access to positions that were once thought of as unattainable. And yet, although the gateway has been widened, we must still mark each stage along this trajectory to equality. What Ingrid Lashley has achieved is no small feat. For 18 years, until her resignation, she was the first woman to be appointed to the executive team of a major international bank with operations in Trinidad and Tobago. She was also the first female managing director and chief executive officer of the Trinidad and Tobago Mortgage Finance Company Limited. Her tenure in this position can only be described as transformative, having assisted thousands of first-time homeowners to acquire properties while still achieving financial success for the organization. But none of this is surprising, or is it? Lashley grew up in Woodbrook, the eldest of 3 girls. Her family life created an environment that valued the importance of knowledge and education. At her all-girls high school, Bishop Anstey in Port of Spain, the question of gender never entered the formula when it came to achievement and academic performance. They say that ignorance is bliss. Perhaps so, for this lack of awareness of a glass ceiling propelled her to strive for success. After graduating from high school, Lashley went on to pursue a Bachelor of Commerce degree at Concordia University, with a concentration in accounts and finance. She graduated with honors, completing the 3-year degree program in 2 years. She continued her postgraduate research at McGill University, graduating with a Master's of Business Administration. On her return home, Her superior level of expertise in accounting and finance did not go unnoticed. It led to her rise in the profession, making her the first woman to hold several positions at the governance level in the public and private sectors. Since 1993, Lashley has been a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Trinidad and Tobago. In 2009, she was chair of meetings of the 5th Summit of the Americas' 21st Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting. Since 2016, she has been a director on the board of Angostura Holdings Limited and on Colonial Fire and General Insurance Company Limited. Chancellor, these are mere selections from a long list that attest to her sought-after brilliance in her field. Despite the numerous demands placed on her at the professional level, it has not prevented Lashley from engaging in charitable work in several organizations. She was the first female and first non-medical chair of the Friends of the Blood Bank, where she served from 1989 to 2000. Since 1999, Lashley, a founding member of Rainbow Rescue, has been committed to helping young boys at risk find greater hope in their lives. Lashley has married her talents in business and culture. She was a pianist with Starlift Steel Orchestra for 20 years. She also serves on the advisory board of the International Steel Band Foundation and is a member of the steering committee of HADCO Phase 2 Pan Group. Ingrid Lashley has always credited her mentors who have guided her along this incredible journey to her success. Emphasizing the need to help others achieve, she too has given back twofold. And so, Chancellor, to honor this pioneering achievement of excellence, vision, and exceptional courage, I present Ms. Ingrid Leslie-Ann Lashley and ask that by the authority vested in you by the Council and Senate of the University of the West Indies, you confer on her the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
By the authority vested in me by the Senate and Council of the University of the West Indies, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. Congratulations.
Minister of Education, Dr. the Honorable Nyan Gatsby Dolly, and my schoolmate. Minister of Public Utilities, the Honorable Mr. Marvin Gonzalez. Chancellor, Mr. Robert Bermudez. Vice Chancellor, Professor Sir Hilary Beckles. Pro-Vice Chancellor and Campus Principal, Professor Rosemary Bell Antoine. Other distinguished members of the Platform Party, Valedictorian Mr. Richard Dioki Singh, faculty and staff of the UWI St. Augustine campus, graduating class of 2022, friends, family, and well-wishers, members of the media, good afternoon. It is indeed my honor today to join you as an honorary graduate of the University of the West Indies, to join this fantastic graduating body, together with those who have gone before us, to become part of the distinguished University of the West Indies family. Congratulations to us all. Congratulations especially to you. Today is a day of celebration, a day to celebrate all the hard work and sacrifices that have brought us to this moment. Today is a day of giving thanks and saying thank you to all those who have helped us to get here, beginning with our God, whatever and whomever you perceive him to be, and never ending in our appreciation of those who have contributed in any way. Today marks the end of one life stage and the beginning of another. Something new, something exciting, something that shouts possibilities, something that sharply defines our approach to the next stage in life's journey. I consider this day, right here, right now, to be one of those events that are referred to as a life-changing experience. What we have learned in our years of study and training gives us a start, yet this explicit knowledge has its limitations. In this moment, I want you to focus on this one thought. You and I are essentially choice makers, and every choice we make makes for who and what we are. The choices we have made and will make will define our destiny and our truth. Aristotle reinforced my point when he said, quote, "Excellence is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution. It represents the wise choice of many alternatives. Choice, not chance, determines your destiny." End quote. You have already made one of your most important choices, which is shaping your destiny. You chose to pursue tertiary or graduate education, and we are proud of that choice. This one choice has placed you strategically with the odds in your favor for opportunity and growth. Life has no guarantees, but if you apply some of its lessons, discipline, grit, focus, and time management, you will have mitigated some of your risks, and you're off to a great start in creating a life of success. The outcome is primarily up to you. So let's talk about how we mitigate life's risks. It is so much more fun to jump with enthusiasm and allow our hearts to lead the way, which has its place. Unfortunately, if our sole approach is that, we expose ourselves to much more risk. We must, of necessity, accompany our dreams and goals with a plan for every facet of our lives: the personal, the spiritual, the physical, the financial, and your career is an integral part of the outcome. Time can be unforgiving, and once lost, is forfeited and can never be regained. As you grow older, time becomes more significant to your well-being. We must be clear about what we want. We don't just want a job, we want a career. We don't just want a child, we want a family. We don't just want a house, we want to establish the fundamentals of wealth and build a home full of love and laughter. And we must have some flexibility. We must be agile because the path is not always clear. The achievement of goals drives us, and the process, the journey, will allow for the learning and knowledge to prepare us as we grow. Roy T. Bennett, the author of The Light in the Heart, said this, I quote, "Attitude is a choice. Happiness is a choice. Optimism is a choice. Kindness is a choice. Giving is a choice. Respect is a choice. Whatever choice you make makes you. Choose wisely." End quote. So how do we tie choice in with the plan? And why is the plan so important? For those who have made other, less progressive choices, do you think they had a plan? Maybe it's the lack of a plan, personal or otherwise, that is impacting the negativity in our society. Without the plan, life evolves and we're not in control. It's very similar to when someone hijacks a car and the driver is no longer in control of where he or she is going. The lack of planning has led to the default choice of that element of our society that seems lost and misdirected. Those who remain at risk of making choices that hurt rather than help themselves and others. So I stand beside you, shoulder to shoulder, to encourage you. The earlier you define your plan, the better, and it's never too late to catch up. In 2 years, I want to pursue my master's, start my family. In 5 years, I want to establish my own firm, my own business, purchase a home or more extensive property. In 10 years, I will fund my children's education, travel more. I imagine these will be some of the options you would consider in making your choices, but they must start with a plan. Commit today to make your plan or update your plan. Record it in writing via a notes app, a video, or a Word document. In acknowledging the technology, I must say that if it's not recorded in whatever form, it's not real. We must plan in detail as best we can, all the way to the end, to retirement, to old age, to death. As far as possible, we must plan in detail before we act. Allow me to take a very deliberate pause here to share a key lesson I have learned, and that is, whilst the details and the planning are critical, we must not let the need for detail overly constrain us from taking advantage of opportunities as they arise. The plan must not negate spontaneity, flexibility, and the power of the moment. Give your plan the best chance to succeed. To do so, you must be open-minded to new learnings and the benefit of wisdom nestled in your professional network and your personal tribe. I have learned over the years that everyone who crosses your path has something to teach. There are mentors everywhere. There's academic sense, street sense, and good old common sense. There's spiritual sense that brings with it life lessons. No one teacher is likely to guide all your senses. But without an open mind to the plan, the lessons are lost and the choices are maimed. Keep an open mind to help around you in determining your plan. When I was growing up, adults asked, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" I didn't know. I had no plan. My plan started after what was then called A-levels at Bishop Anstey High School. In hindsight, I realized that it was my school principal, Miss Stephanie Sherland, who offered a choice and gave me the foundation of my plan. I had read for math, economics, and French at A-levels, now replaced by the CAPE examinations. Ms. Sherland suggested that I may have an interest in accounting, a subject that was not available for study at school at the time, but seemed a fit for my interest in math and economics. After I left high school, I worked for a short time with an accounting firm. That experience later defined my choice and provided stage 2 to the plan. In the period that I pursued my studies in accounting and finance, I worked with the firm during the vacation months on any backroom function I was assigned. That too was part of my training. Once I'd completed my graduate studies, I joined the firm again with full-time employment. I had formed a relationship with my employers. It wasn't just a job. They had a plan for me, and I had a plan that included learning that they could provide. The relationship was of mutual interest, and our plans supported that. The ongoing learning and teaching that is an inevitable part of a professional firm gave life to the concept of mentorship, which I have come to know as another integral part of the plan. It is for what others share that we truly learn, and we must commit to sharing in the same way, to pass it on and pay it forward. Mentorship shapes and refines the various parts of ourselves, and it is what makes us uniquely valuable. Work life is about fulfilling our obligation to our clients, colleagues, employer, shareholders, and if done well, to our nation. Ultimately, it includes every stakeholder that we serve, and we must serve. The plan must consist of that service. It is the only way we retain our usefulness long after the courtesies extended to us because of our station stop coming. It is indeed the case that whatever career you choose will define your lifestyle. In finance, the career I chose, people trust what they see. You are required to dress a particular way and behave in a particular way. You cannot, as Black said, spread your hands and let go. This is the choice I made. People trust based on their ability to identify with who you are, how you look, how you speak, how you behave. It's biased, but unfortunately, those are the external indicators of trust. These are the things that guide our judgment. Another story. At one point in my career, I wore locks, a ras hairstyle. In many instances, I was the only ras in the room. I understood the perceptions associated with the hairstyle because in our society, that natural hairstyle was perceived to have sometimes negative connotations. I understood the risks I took in accepting the locks as my look. But I also understood what it meant to my sense of self. I can control the narrative by visiting a loctician every 2 weeks so that I always portrayed neat and tidy. An organized appearance speaks to an organized mind. An organized mind is generally more focused and earns trust and regard. So you must also be conscious of your personal brand in the development of the plan and determine how you choose to navigate to enhance that brand towards success. The goal is to be the best version of ourselves and refrain from allowing biases to define who we are or to limit our potential. It is never appropriate to approach a business environment, a relationship, or a friendship with a chip on your shoulder defined by your gender, your sexual orientation, physical appearance, differently abled status, or otherwise. Thanks to the traditions of Caribbean life, a tease, fatigue and mamagai, as we call it, as opposed to bullying and aggression, it gives us a social environment that nurtures our place and creates personal strength. The minority in the room, defined by gender or other facets of distinction, is now accepted in the normal course of business. It had to happen. I had touched on the value of relationships previously, of mentorship, and the fact that such relationships are the glue that holds our lives together and supports the execution of the plan. The friendships you've acquired during your time here may be friendships for life. It has certainly been so for my high school friends and I. If the relationship is solid and lasting, they are your safe space. That is where you can spread your hands and let go. They will be there to support, to cheer, to encourage, and yes, to reprimand you if necessary. Thus, we must choose our friends wisely. Good friends will get you through even the worst of times, but those who don't mentor you or who are not aligned to your plan will compromise the plan. How you relate to those you work with is equally important. It's not hard to make someone feel unique or important. A smile, a kind word, a listening ear, some empathy. I've often referred to my reports in my working life as my children, not for the difference in age or station, but more for my role and my obligations to them. I was responsible for taking care of them, for celebrating them, and at times having developmental conversations with them, what they will tell you was called a boof. For working with them, for moving the so-called household forward, all for one and one for all. We were more than a team. We were a family, like this family that I've joined this afternoon. Our most significant investment may not be in our education, profession, or retirement plan. Please understand me, those are essential things, but they are not the most valuable assets to the plan. Those things come and they will go. I know this is not new to you, but it is always worth repeating, especially when you get to my age and stage. What you are worth on paper, the size of your house, the brand of your clothes, and the logo at the front of your car, are not as valuable as the people in whom you choose to invest your time, wisdom, and experience. For my undertaking in finance, I have come across persons of varying levels of wealth. What determined true wealth at the end of the journey was their ability to maintain relationships based on respect and trust that involved interest in their lineage and taking care of the future of their families. Oops. Relationships are the currency of life. You should spend wisely. Projects come and go. The brick and mortar of your home will decay. Careers carry you to a particular life stage, and then it's done. You become the former. But the people who choose to make you a part of your plan will carry you to the essential elements of your success and true wealth. These days, it is so easy to get caught up in the argument of the day on social media and overreact to what should be an annoyance and make it a fight. Don't lose focus. Focus on what you determine is the right choice that contributes to your plan's execution. It will guide your thinking, your actions, and ultimately your success. It will determine what matters. I part with the advice I received and now share from one who was much more learned than I. I once asked Dr. Pat Bishop, educator, musical director, artist, and cultural icon, deceased, to speak to my team, my work family, on achieving excellence. I defined her with excellence. She strived for it in everything she did, from art to advocacy, creativity to commentary. She was intelligent, quick-witted, well-read, knowledgeable about many subjects, passionate about art and music, and we shared a particular affinity for the steel pan. In giving her view of achieving excellence, Dr. Pat provided in this guidance in her unique colloquial way. Do it right till you can't do it wrong. In essence, the teaching focused on the rehearsal, the plan leading up to excellence. There are no shortcuts to mastery. But we live in a world where change and challenge are constant. We must become more adaptable, more technologically savvy, more global in our thinking, and conscious of climate change and the importance of green energy. We must make change and challenge an integral part of our plan, individually and collectively. In acknowledging the gracious compliments that I've received on this special occasion, someone whom I think of as essential to the success of my life's journey shared this with me. The path to success is 30% upbringing, 65% hard work and dedication on your part, and the rest of the world fill in the final 5%. Right now, it's essential to allow yourself to prepare or update your plan. Roll it out, tweak it, and make adjustments to your 65% to experience the world in all of its various potentials and possibilities. Through trial and error, you will discover more and more about the choices you must make, how they contribute to your plan, and if necessary, how you must adjust the plan. You have the option to remain behind the physical and psychological barriers before us, or to explore your imagination, your will, and resources to move beyond those barriers. You all have so much to offer, so much to contribute, and your country, the West Indies of the University of the West Indies, needs you. So congratulations again. You must move forward with your choices. The choices you make today will determine what you will be, do, or have tomorrow. You have already started to make wise choices to execute your plan. Let your plan give you personal power. Fellow graduates, as you will be, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for your part in my plan. I offer my special appreciation to the Senate and Council of the University of the West Indies for the acknowledgement of my choices. And I pledge to represent appropriately and passionately the honor that they have bestowed on me today as a new member of the University of the West Indies family. I thank you.
We will now have a performance by Adrian Jaikaran, who graduates from the Musical Arts program. Tomorrow. He performs Andre Tanka's song Forward Home.
Good evening, everyone. Let's say good evening now. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, graduates. And I want to start this rendition really with a song of true meaning, all right? And when you hear the lyrics, you're going to understand what I mean, all right? I went away, searching for another home. Tried to run away from my destiny. In another world, a world that was strange to me. Tried to change myself, change my identity. But listen to this. But strong is the power of love, the power of freedom, the power of blackness fills our heart, yeah. We all here to stay. But strong is the power of love, the power of freedom, the power of blackness fills our heart, yeah. We all here to stay. A song with beautiful lyrics, meaningful lyrics. It goes like this. I leave and I come back home. I here to stay. We go see we way. I went away. I leave and I come back home. I here to stay. This is the message. We will see our way. All right, so that's the message from Mr. Andre Tanker. We're going to be here, we're going to stay here, and we're going to enjoy. Thank you very much. That was one song, but there is another. You know, we in Trinidad, we love to do a little, something extra that gets the mood going. Somewhere up in Laventine, many years ago, a man had a hammer. He used to use it to pong a pan. All in the savannah, never miss. What do you never miss? Panorama. Someday the old hammer just disappear. Oh. Where the man with the hammer gone? Tell me where he gone? Where the man with the hammer gone? Tell me where he gone? Where the man with the hammer gone? Tell me where he gone? Where the man with the hammer gone? Tell me where he gone. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed.
Sir, the persons whose names will be called studied in the University of the West Indies. And having fulfilled the requirements of the University of the West Indies, beg leave to be presented to you and to the Senate of the University by the representatives of the respective faculties as Bachelors of Laws, or Bachelor of Science, Engineering, or Bachelor of Science, Petroleum Geoscience, or Geomatics and Land Management Valuation, or certificates of this university. Sir, the Acting Dean, the Faculty of Law, Dr. Timothy Afonso.
Sir, my colleagues and I ask you to receive as graduate members of our society these persons present, who, having fulfilled the requirements of the university, have been admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Laws of this university.
By the authority vested in me, I receive these persons whose names are about to be called as graduate members of our society and confer first degrees of this university.
Sir, with first-class honors, Christian Ali. India Abdul. Afi Alain. Gabrielle Anderson. Sir, with first-class honors, Makeda Augustine. Sir, with first-class honors, Priya Bahadur. Sir, with first-class honors, Indira Balgobin. Tiffany Balkisoon. Mandel Badui. Sir, with first-class honors, Chantel Bihari. Cameron Blackett. Micah Blackman. Alicia Bridgelal. Sir with first class honors, Regina Brown. Devon Butte. Markeisha Carter. Olusanya Castillo. Sir with first class honors, Michaela Charon. Diana Charles. Mikhail Charles. Devon Dolly. Jyoti Daulath. Adrian Drakes. Javan Duke. Sir with first class honors, Kazim Fleury. Kiara Fleming. Crystal Forbes. Sir with first class honors, Jaren Francis. Tanikia Francis. Kanika George. Kerry Gibson. Sir with first class honors, Alejandro Gocking. Rianella Gooding Wilson. Ishva Gwalbans. Fatima Gums. Sir with first class honors, Sharice Hiraman. Sir with first class honors, Sherry Hines. Sir with first class honors, Sabira Hossain. Sir with first class honors, Sadiqa Hossain. Sir with first class honors, Angel Jagannath. Kevin Cassie. Sir with first class honors, Brittany Kazanath. Joanna Khan. Vikesha Kisundath. Michelle Lashley. Sir with first class honors, Nicholas Leonard. Simeon Leo. Nikel Lewis. Amanda Maharaj. Ravina Maharaj. Asia Mangaru. Alan Marisho. Chad Mon. Sir with first class honors, Nicholas Myers. Janae McMayo John. Cassidy Mitchell. Radia Mohammed. Chelsea Munsami. Shane Mulgansing. Sir with first class honors, Narissa Naidu. Angelia Nanan. Sir with first class honors, Ravina Nandlal. Eleanor Nixon. Shania Paria. Jordan Pereira. Gita Pusod. Bettina Perong. Nala Pudan. Darren Raghunath Singh. Sir with first class honors, Clarissa Rambaran. Chantal Rambarose. Amira Ramdas. Samantha Ramdeen. Sharice Ramdeen. Sir with first class honors, Michaela Ramirez. Kumar Ramkisun. Davina Rampati. Lida Rampasad. Raquel Richards. Rommel Sandiford. Anushka Sanka. Dareem Scipio. Brittany Scott. Tracy Seals. Priya Siram. Shania Sinanan. Sir with first class honors, Enrique Singh. Joanne Singh. Naila Singh. Rihanna Singh. Isha Smart. Sir with first class honors, Brian Sukhdeo. Alicia Sukram. Sir with first class honors, Jaylene Squires. Sir with first class honors, Nia Subero. Deborah Subran Ganesh. Elisa Surrey. Niasha Thompson. Kalik Vincent. Diony Wilkinson. Felicia Williams. Sir with first class honors, Renelle Cook. Amelia Jones. Sir with first class honors, Dana Dipchansing. Alexandra Ghani. Carol Williams. Sir, our former Law Society President, and with first class honors, Hiran Rampasad. Grace Clark. Ariana Durham. Alexia Sugrim. Tony John. Natasha Johnson. Jasha Degans. Maya Lane. Sir, with first class honors, Ariana Ramnarain. Aliyah Dickerson. Jaliyah Clark. Alana Mahabir Singh. Candice Ramkilawan. Sir, with first class honors, Aniko Suku. Sir, with first class honors, Kerian Manichan. Kiana Lazama. Larissa Thompson. Sir, with first class honors, Cavell Sylvester. Layan Suklal. Destiny Ann Robinson. Noor Rivas Abu Tayyeh. Sir, with first class honors, Danielle Mohanlal. Miriam Brown. Natalia Olivier. Zalika Pollard.
Sir, the Dean, Faculty of Engineering, Professor Edwin Ekwe.
Sir, my colleagues and I ask you to receive as graduate members of our society these persons present who haven't fulfilled the requirements of the university have been admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science Engineering or Bachelor of Science Petroleum Geoscience or Geomatics and Land Management, or have been awarded certificates of this university.
By the authority vested in me, I receive these persons whose names are about to be called as graduate members of our society.
William Ahe. Hannah Ali. Redicia Ali. Tariq Ali. With first class honors, Alistair Ambrose. With first class honors, Levi Amichan. With first class honors, Dion Apado. Aziza Asgarali. Nikisha Asgarali. Darren Augustine. Sana Aziz. Jeremiah Benjamin. Ronald Bihari. Isaiah Bihari. Emily Bipat. Jonathan Barras. With first class honors, Dana Baliran. With first class honors, Jeremy Bash. Adam Bash. Chelsea Bechu. Avishesh Bechu. Nicholas Bisesa. Tyler Baruz. Chelsea Best. Rigel Bisondial. Marcus Bonio. With first class honors, Kailal Budu. Kyra Budram. Jaden Brereton. Jeremy Bryan. Ken Buchan. With first class honors, Nicole Buris. Michaela Shen Casimir. Kay Ketu. With first class honors, Gabriel Chan Wing. Vishan Chatagun. With first class honors, John Kotu. Greg Crosby. Gabriel Dandred. Joshua Datu. Desi Deling. Alex Dio. With first class honors, Rashad Doki Singh. Sergio De Vings. Govani Daniel. Zezia Dukaran Maraj. Kimberly Dorman. Vashish Dukaran. With first class honors, Quiena Edwards. Dillon Espinoza. Joshua Fletcher. Kemba Frederick. Kiron Ganga. Jonathan Gardiner. Aaron George. Gabari George. With first class honors, Stephen Gold. With first class honors, Rebecca Gibbon. Monifa Gittins. Peter Gokul. Angel Gonzalez. Megan Godin. Josiah Gopi Singh. Jen Mark Granderson. Adana Greenaway. With first class honors, Michael Guelmo. With first class honors, Brittany Hakim. Yannick Halstead. With first class honors, Verun Habajan. With first class honors, Aaron Haricharan. With first class honors, Shalini Haricharan. Stephen Harilao. Jesse Henzel. Kristen Holder. Cerise Howard. Nick Isaac. Takia Jackson. Ambika Jagdesh. Johan Jageson. Kesim James. Joseph James. Reshana Ginko. Chelsea Jobent. With first class honors, Daniel John. Dahlia Jones. Kishon Jones. With first class honors, Brandon Joseph. Kamaria Joseph. With first class honors, Ramani Juman. Kavieta Kasi. With first class honors, Chelsea Katwaro. Amir Khan. Amir Khan. With first class honors, Nurez Khan. With first class honors, Chavez Khan. With first class honors, Zahir Khan. Dillon Kisundat. Terry Lachman. Travis Law. Liam Lee. Cleaver Lewis. Michael Lindsay. Melinda Lowe. Nikhil Launchman. Keegan Mahabia. Rajiv Mahabia. Tariq Mahabia. Damian Mahadio. Ajay Maharaj. With first class honors, Damian Maharaj. With first class honors, Nishal Maharaj. With first class honors, Rihanna Maharaj. Shivan Maharaj. Jamie Mansingh. Basude Maharaj. With first class honors, Joshua Makano. With first class honors, Vena Martin. Jabari Matthew. With first class honors, Chanel McIntosh. Gabriel McLean. Malik Medina. Justin Mohammed. Sideka Mohammed. Malika Moore. Dillon Motilal. With first class honors, Justin Motilal. Makalia Monroe. Anil Nagasa. With first class honors, Kyle Nero. Jade Mary Alton. Yandir Parang. With first class honors, Celeste Pereira. Kristen Pereira. Nikolai Passod. With first class honors, Mercedes Peters. Christophe Philip. With first class honors, Kavir Philip. With first class honors, Micah Philip. Jad Pierre. With first class honors, Jade Pollard. Maria Pope. With first class honors, Jordan Privat. With first class honors, Andre Rakal. Lee Ragbir. Alexander Raho. With first class honors, Rajesh Ragobir. Vishal Ragnonan. Nivan Ramcharita. Navita Ramdio. With first class honors, Tisan Ramdial. Christy Ramesa. Samantha Ramgolan. With first class honors, Kenesh Ramjari. David Ramjit. With first class honors, Carissa Ramlagan. With first class honors, Sanjeev Ramlagan. Demian Ramlao. With first class honors, Darian Ramota. With first class honors, Michaela Ramota. Daniel Rampol. Alison Rampasad. Shalini Rampasad. Chantal Rampasad. Kyle Ramphal. Kelly Ramratan. Rachel Ramsahai. Rajiv Ramsamuj. Devon Ramsonda. With first class honors, Michael Ramsa Hag. Shanice Ramsonda. With first class honors, Joshua Rato. Kyle Reddy. With first class honors, Kieran Rodney. Stefan Ronalds. Ryan Rupan. Rai Ruplal. Chalimont Roll. With first class honors, Kivan Sanka. Vijay Sanka. Daron Sanmuk. Amelia Sipasad. Govin Sipasad. Samantha Sipasad. Vashishta Sipasad. Kiran Senik. Nadia Shama. Adriel Singh. Jessica Singh. Richard Singh. Aliyah Smith. Keston Smith. Megan Solomon. Shania Sugdel. Richard Suklal. Jeremy Suknanan. With first class honors, Damian Suku. Alan Stout. Naomi Tiloxin. Shane Taman. Dylan Thomas. Alina Toussaint. Delani Valley. With first class honors, Angina Valsalan. Jonah Wardron. With first class honors, Joanna Wicks. Adams Williams. Brittany Williams. Terish Wilson. With first class honors, Timothy Young Low. Nalini Budu. With first class honors, Alea Ramlogan. Shail Mohammed. Craig Harilal. Sophie Thompson. Shamai Gaspard. Rajat Bhim Singh. Trecia John. With first class honors, Daniel Joseph. Sefi Passad. Karim Ragbir. Edith Shaw. Andrea Lida.
I now call upon Mr. Richard Deokising, my apologies, Bachelor of Science in Engineering with Bachelor of Science Engineering with first class honors to deliver the valedictory address. What is going on? The flooding is bad in Border State? Yeah, well, I'm not sure exactly how to report the screen, but I understand
Minister of Education, Dr. the Honorable Nyan Gatsby-Dolly. Minister of Public Utilities, the Honorable Marvin Gonzalez. Chancellor, Mr. Robert Bermudez. Vice Chancellor, Professor Sir Hilary Beckles. Honorary Graduate, Ms. Ingrid Lashley, other distinguished members of the Platform Party, faculty, and staff of the UWI St. Augustine campus. Graduating class of 2022, friends, families, and well-wishers. Members of the media, good afternoon. I stand here with pride, humility, and gratitude to represent my fellow graduates on this monumental occasion of Graduation Road. So everyone, here we are. Congratulations to each and every one of you. It has been a long journey, but we are finally UWI graduates. Most unemployed and anxious for the future, but here we are hopeful, excited, and ready to contribute to our respective fields. As I'm sure every graduating year likes to say, this graduating year is special. But I genuinely believe we are. We are the last graduating year that will have had to deal with the change from traditional to online learning. We enjoyed the sweet taste of physical classes on campus for just 6 months. In those short 6 months, we got to experience many things, such as orientation activities, Guild Fest, free drink Wednesdays at Silhouettes, only until 1 a.m. though. Fridays at residence, lounging on the greens between classes, late night study sessions in TLC, when you had to walk with 3 jackets and a blanket. Physical exams, when you'd more than likely lose your calculator covers. Plus, all the other unique experiences that studying on campus gave. Then, one day in March 2020, we were told campus was closed. Well, some of us were happy for a break and assumed it would mean a couple of weeks home. But who knew what this road had in store for us? With the introduction of online teaching, we were compelled to accomplish an almost impossible task. For the first time in history, since the emergence of technology, students everywhere were required to pursue their degree through this vehicle. We created history. We banged bellies and settled our rumblings about our challenges, and we forged on. We jumped on the vehicle, greased our engines, and journeyed like never before. But none of this came without many challenges. Still, it is not how many times we fall while going down the road, but how many times we get up after falling. And here we are. We did it. Along the way, we had the opportunity to meet and interact with many students and lecturers from different walks of life. Although we were online, bonds were still formed, though of a different sort, such as through BBC class sessions where nobody cameras worked when time came to present, Zoom meetings when there was always that one person in class who would never mute their mic, Microsoft Team project sessions where we would spend hours just talking when we were supposed to be working, and WhatsApp groups where at 3 a.m. you'll be hearing ping, ping, and it's two people who decided to talk on the group. But looking back on it all, these experiences and interactions helped shape us in some small way into who we are today. They give each of us a new appreciation and perspective for life. One student in particular personally changed me. This bright young man was my close friend, and he passed away in our final semester due to problems with his kidneys. My friend Rishi taught me determination. One of the last things he did while in the hospital was instructing his wife to find out for me what was going on with his school and his degree. He had a determination like no other. This made me realize that our excuses and situations should not affect our determination to achieve and become a progressive individual. Every setback can be used as a source of motivation looking to the future. My fellow graduates, no matter what your motivation throughout your degree journey, this university experience made us into progressive individuals, determined to achieve. As with online learning, getting things done could have only been accomplished with proper dedication, time management, self-motivation, and an excellent work ethic. And I believe we all deserve a round of applause for that. We can apply these skills to the rest of our lives. And this, my friends, is what makes our graduating class, the class of 2022, a special group. But we did not accomplish this alone. To our parents, families, and friends, thank you for your relentless and insurmountable devotion and support. Without you, we could not have reached this far. Yes, mommy, daddy, and my girlfriend, I'm speaking to you here. To our lecturers, no, you did not lecture, you taught. And there is a significant difference. You guided and helped us steer the course and keep our eyes on the road. So today, we say thank you for all your support and guidance on this journey. My fellow graduates, as we go forward with our lives, this bittersweet moment is just the end of one road and the beginning of another. Maya Angelou tells us, my mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive, and to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style. As we enter into the working world and the rest of our lives, stay the course. Do not let your trials and tribulations affect your determination and slow you down. Never stop learning. Lastly, I ask that you never look down at anyone except to extend a helping hand to pull them up. Graduating class of 2022, thank you in advance for your contribution to this world. And once again, congratulations. Thank you.
Sir, I now ask Professor Audrey Henry Lee, Pro-Vice Chancellor for Graduate Studies and Research, assisted by Professor Harry Haran Sitharaman, Director, School of Graduate Studies and Research, to present to you members of our society for the award of high degrees of this university.
So, I present to you these members of our society who, having fulfilled the requirements of this university, have been awarded postgraduate certificates, diplomas, and have been admitted to master's degrees, and beg that you recognize their advancement in our society.
By the authority vested in me, I confer on these persons whose names are about to be called postgraduate certificates, diplomas, and master's degrees of this university and recognize their advancement in our society.
The Faculty of Law, Master of Laws in Corporate and Commercial Law, Kathy-Ann Moore-Julian. Master of Laws in Legislative Drafting, Sir, with distinction, Stacy Benjamin Roach. Vana Janki Prasad. Master of Laws in Oil and Gas Law, Sir, with distinction, Drisha Chanardeep. Steve Theodore. Master of Laws in Public Law, Sir, with merit, Amy Khan. In Faculty of Engineering, Postgraduate Diploma in Urban and Regional Planning, Anisha Solomon. Master of Applied Science in Electrical and Computer Engineering, Major in Energy Systems, Anton Joseph. Master of Science in Chemical and Process Engineering, Cliff Stapleton. Master of Science in Chemical and Process Engineering with Management, Mithun Budu. Matthew Charles. Sir, with distinction, Jabari Granger. Rodney Mahaber. Master of Science in Civil Engineering, Sir, with distinction, Dina Das. Nakita Khan. Master of Science in Construction Management, Avisha Brijlal Singh. Dina Harry. Aaron Mitchell. Sir, with distinction, Chris Ramsabag. Dinawati Suklal. Sarika Sultan. Master of Science in Engineering Asset Management, Solange Arjun. Shaika Matthew. Sir, with distinction, Vinay Mangal Singh. Master of Science in Engineering Management, Vishal Jagesar. Donald Jagmohan. Victor Rodriguez. Sir, with distinction, Parvani Ruplal. Master of Science in Food Science and Technology, Sir, with distinction, Wade Guy. Lashon Hailing. Sir, with distinction, Devika Lala. Master of Science in Food Science and Technology, Remika Santoki. Master of Science in Geoinformatics, Sir, with distinction, Terian Arjun. Angelo Duncan. Sir, with distinction, Gayatri Lala. Master of Science in Manufacturing, Engineering and Management, Sir, with distinction, Angelina Rayside. Master of Science in Petroleum Engineering and Management, Francis Dashiel. Sir, with distinction, Musawar Muhammad Ali. Sir, with distinction, Sharis Mangal. Master of Science in Production Management, Khadija Fernandez. Master of Science in Production Management, Sir, with the distinction, Joshua Handy. Karan Lal. Earl Mitchell. Sir, with the distinction, Rihanna Richards. Master of Science in Project Management, Janelle Caballo. Kimberly Constantine. Sir, with distinction, Riaz Jahoor. With distinction, Jamila Johnson. Natia King Mendonca. Sir, with distinction, Marika Morris. Darren Peters. Casey Ramdan. Colin Stewart. Master of Science in Urban and Regional Planning, Rhea Andrews. Jeroy Fergus. Master of Applied Science in Electrical and Computer Engineering with major in Control System, Sir, with the distinction, Vaughn Pariag. Jeffrey Bone. Sir, with the distinction, Anupa Ramcharan. Suelin Harilal. Gabriella Philip. Sir, with distinction, Ariel Mohan. Anil Singh. Ricardo Dilla. Sir, with distinction, Richard Ramkisoon. Christina Da Silva. Melissa Sami.
So I present to you these members of our society who haven't fulfilled the requirements of this university have been admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and beg that you recognize their advancement in our society.
By the authority vesting in me, I confer on these persons whose names are about to be called the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of this university and recognize their advancement in our society.
Philosophy in Chemical Engineering, Laura Edwards.
I recognize your advancement in our society.
Doctor of Philosophy in Chemical Engineering with high commendation, Akeem Mohammed.
I recognize your advancement in our society.
Doctor of Philosophy in Chemical Engineering with high commendation, Chantal Mohammed.
I recognize your advancement in our society.
Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical and Computer Engineering with high commendation, Sterling Ramroach. Doctor of Philosophy in Food Science and Technology, Naila Ali. Doctor of Philosophy in Geoscience, Uwala Iyare. Doctor of Philosophy in Manufacturing Engineering, Faraz Ali.
I recognize your advancement in our society.
Doctor of Philosophy in Mechanical Engineering, Geeta Ramsubag.
I now call on the faculty representative, Science and Technology, the Alumni Association of Trinidad and Tobago chapter, Ms. Miriam Sutton Duncan, to lead the graduates in reciting the alumni pledge.
Thank you, Chancellor. Members of the graduating class of 2022, on behalf of the UWI Alumni Association and the Trinidad and Tobago chapter in particular, I extend congratulations to you on your successful transition from matriculation to graduation. May you continue to make us all proud as you pursue your careers with Pelican pride. I now invite all of you to stand and to repeat after me with commitment, passion, and resounding resolve our alumni pledge. I also invite UWI alumni in the audience who wish to participate in the recital of our pledge to also stand and join with us. Now, the pledge can be found on page 99 of your booklet. As a graduate of the University of the West Indies, repeat after me, please. As a graduate of the University of the West Indies, I commit myself to uphold the ideals and goals of my alma mater. My conduct and voice shall reflect the commitment to excellence of the light rising from the west. as I fulfill my social and professional responsibilities and serve my community and region, I will strive to ensure the UWI place as a Caribbean icon. The catalyst for Caribbean development and leadership. It is a legacy that I will proudly help build for future generations. The UWI, first in our hearts and first in our region.
We will now sing the university song, and the Vice Chancellor has instructed me to give you the last instructions the UWI is likely to give you. Sing heartily.
From Caribbean islands, Guyana and Belize, was born a university of the West Indies, proud symbol of our oneness, our strength and unity. With vision clear, you came along to share our destiny, to know our knowledge, the truth to seek and find, to teach us love and justice, to liberate the mind. Today we see you rising, a light out of the west, that guides the feet of all who seek the noblest and the best. There is a light that is rising from out of the west, and purpose of that light are we. So we follow those who work has brought glory to your name, making a better world for you and for me. As from your noble portals, your sons and daughters go to face a world of challenges, to conquer every foe, where work and play together, and as time marches on, we'll never forget the lessons that the whole are we are one. The UWI praise you, we lift your voice in song, we let our drums roll loud and silpans play along. For you have shaped our lives so that we can truly sing. To you we owe our gratitude, a debt we cannot pay. There is a light that is rising from out of the west, and purpose of that light are we. So we follow those who work has brought glory to your name, making a better world for you and for me. This is the University of the West Indies.
Dear graduates, guests, ladies and gentlemen all, I must advise that the weather has become a bit more inclement, with flooding to be expected in several areas. I appreciate that some of you hail from different parts of the country and will have to make your way back home. So, before the Chancellor formally closes the proceedings, we would like to advise that all exits in this building will be opened to facilitate easy access to the car park areas and the shuttles. If exiting using the blue double doors at the right-hand side of the auditorium, please turn right to proceed to the front of the building to meet the shuttles. For those parked at the back, when you exit, turn left and then proceed along the side of the building to the car parks. Differently abled persons should exit the auditorium through the back exit, which is the same door that was used to enter the auditorium. And as you travel, I ask that you exercise caution and get to your destination safely. All the very best and good evening. Chancellor.
This brings you to the end of the public ceremony by which the University of the West Indies has signaled the award of degrees, diplomas, certificates to its graduates. The company will now disperse, not before permitting me to escort our specially invited guests and allowing the procession party to leave. Now I want you to go and have a wonderful life.